That was interesting for a chapter 2. I mean, she has another chapter 2, which I expect to have much more combat. But holy crap, that just felt so needlessly dark. I mean, I say needlessly, but at the same time, it's Throne who we're talking about, raised by assassins in a thieves guild where they are very horrible to each other. In an item, I will happily take that. But anyways, I now have a party actually, so I can get stuff from town. That is a quest item. Partitio, it's time to buy.
Thank you.
Very good. Is there anyone here in the tavern? Yeah, there's a lot of people here in the tavern.
What?
And hopefully we are high enough level where, no, never mind. Where we can get most things. I'll take the silver coin.
Whoa.
Ned's romantic advice. Interesting. I skipped all your dialogue boxes. I wasn't expecting dialogue boxes. Thing is, she'd been trying to befriend me all along. I may have been a thief, but she was a fierce hunter. Okay. Joe, you said you needed romantic advice, right? Apparently I don't have your romantic advice, because you're looking for a joke, I guess. GIF. I'm not even gonna buy any items from you. I'm stealing immediately.
What?
A former thug leader who made a fortune off of silver mines. He has been working for Pap ever since his misdeeds were exposed. Though the townspeople initially doubted his ability to live an honest life, he is gradually winning them over with his dogged devotion to his job. I won't believe it for a second. I'm on break. I'm not selecting, I swear. I won't believe him for a second.
What's the...
Not after everything that he did to the people in this town. I say as I'm now stealing from everyone in town. Along with a nourishing nut. Heck yeah.
What?
And a discount at the end. Excuse me, sir, do you have anything for me, please? And thank you. Oh! I just remembered the other scent of commerce. We could potentially find another instrumentalist here in town. Candy. It just depends on if we find that instrumentalist or not. Hello, sir. I would love your silver coin and your information. Harry's self-deprecating joke. He is much older than Partitio, but decided to throw his lot in with the merchant on account of the younger's chivalrous spirit. Oh, that's sweet. Oh, we want to get all the jokes in town? That sounds like some folks I know. Listen!
Well, now.
I wouldn't make the self-deprecating jokes if I couldn't make them funny. Eeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeeee 9 stitches. Exposed the streamer. I once knew a man who couldn't refuse any job, no matter how demeaning. So one day I asked him, why can't you just shake your head and say no? The man gave me a serious look and said, because all this debt is a pain in my neck. Hilarious, right? I didn't really know what the punchline was going to be until after I said it, so it didn't land as well. Anyways. Chest. With a light nut. Back out we go. Joe, did we get enough jokes for you now? Jokes for Joe? Joe jokes? Is this enough information that we've got? Apparently. What? You picked up not 1 but 3 killer jokes for me? Well, go on, tell me. I can't wait to hear. Interesting. Those three always knew how to make me laugh. I loved all those stories. Now I just gotta adapt them to my own hilarious sensibilities and make that gal chuckle. You're back with another bad joke? This is my last laugh, I promise. I combined 4 people's worth of fun and made a real hooter. I once knew a thief who couldn't refuse any job, no matter how demeaning. One day, he went up to his wife and asked if she had any useless old things to get rid of. Why, you asked? Because he was a hunter, and his debts were a pain in his neck. And? Your point? That doesn't make a lick of... What? What? The more I think about it, the less sense it... It's so absurd, it's somehow funny. Yuck. I saw it. Makes no yucking sense. I have a silly laugh. That's why I try not to chuckle in front of other people. It's not a silly laugh. It's the loveliest laugh I've ever heard. Thanks. That means a lot to me, hearing you say that. I might not hate it so much anymore. I can't whistle right now. I tried. Kiss, kiss. Please don't. Go get him, Joe! No way! No way! Oh my gosh, we needed this after what happened with Throne. And there's Paps just watching. Hey, what are you fellas doing here? We knew you were anxious about this, so we came to see how it all turned out. You did it, Joe. You came up with a knee slapper. Thanks for giving Joe the push he needed to give it another go. Joe's our boy. Today's comedic success is all thanks to you fellas. Thanks. Joe is our boy. He was our boy for a very long time. Wanted a good joke. Man, what is it with this game and why is it so good? Increases maximum SP. I think I'm gonna give that to Oswald again. Yeah, he needs the SP. His skills are very expensive. Increases speed. I'll give one to Throne. And what does a nourishing nut do again? Increases HP? I don't think anyone's hurting for that right now. Except for Teminos, who's physically hurting. Let's go ahead and take a rest at the inn. And, well, figure out where else we should go. It's chapter 3 now. Oh, man. Mother's root. Throne essentially has double the chapters of anyone. Oh, so we've got to figure out... Do I have the heart to deal with another chapter of Thrones? Or should I go on to someone's who will probably be more lighthearted? And by that, I mean either Teminos or Partitio, because I can imagine Oswald's is not going to be a fun one. Level 14. Chapter 3. Level 18. What about you? 18, and I think you're 16? Yes. So, by virtue of levels alone, we could move on to Teminos's. But first, I want to discover if there's any musicians here in town. Just to make sure that I don't miss out on anything for that scent of commerce. It wouldn't make a lot of sense for there to be one here, especially since this is Partitio's starting town. But at the same time, it is something that I would expect Square Enix to throw a curveball like that. And besides, the night music of this area is so cute. Just need to find whoever's playing that piano. Oh, you know what? I just thought of somewhere that we could probably go and get a instrumentalist. Or a musician. Why do I keep saying instrumentalist? Because in Teminos' starting town, there was literally a character named piano playing nun. Cleric, nun. Whatever her name was. She was specifically said to have been able to just play that instrument. So let's see if she's in the church here, and if she's not, then I'll move on to Teminos' Chapter 2. You! Piano playing cleric. Hey, would you like to... Do I need to have Particio sling you along?
Right.
Man, I sure hope not. We now have 2 followers. Okay. With that, let's see if that's good enough for the Scent of Commerce. If not, then, oops. Guess we've got a cleric on our tail now. Or if she needs to be in Particio's hired repertoire, that'd be interesting.
Oh, Particio, you brought a musician for me. The preparations have been finished. Let's record.
Oh, it worked! Why does the cleric know how to play the Kate's theme?
Bravo! Bravo! I've never heard such a passionate piano piece. I've listened to piano performances the world over, but never one so emotional, so moving.
So, goofy?
All right, only one more to go.
Heck
I'll
yeah.
need to keep my eye out for another musician to bring by.
I'm very glad I remembered about that. Remembered about that? That is not a correct sentence there, Steven. Okay. But if we want to go to Teminos's, all we have to do is go to the Harborlands. Oh boy, I wonder what's gonna happen here. Probably a lot of doubting and a lot of sass and a lot of Teminos's brand of humor. Where is the tavern? There's the tavern. Who are you? Oh, hey, remember when I said we're gonna be leaving town with my reputation hurt? Man. Oh, we were so close to being able to afford... Okay, it was only 2,000. Hear a tale, please. Teminos' Chapter 2. Teminos follows the trail of the pontiff's killer to Canalbrine, where he must find the theologian Lucian, and quickly, for Lucian may be key to solving the case. Continue the tale, please. What is it with this town and apothecaries?
Merciful gods!
And what do you want with my lord?
Ooh! Hey, remember when I said that I didn't want to deal with Throne's stuff? Stuff like this happens.
Daughter the charitable, did suffer grievous wounds in the fight with the evil god VOD, and fell into eternal slumber. Thought I would send you off with a bit of scripture. All in the name of Lord VOD.
Well, that's probably not good. Ominous music is now gone.
The city on the waters, Canalbrine. Just before the pontiff was murdered, someone met with him. A theologian known as Lucian.
Lucian.
Trail has brought me here. He may yet hold the clue I need to find the murderer.
Hopefully, maybe.
Hey! Over here!
Oh no, they found the body. Oh, this can only be good. And thankfully, I've already ransacked this town, so I don't have to worry about doing that again.
This area has been sealed off. Oh, come on. Just give us one look. Stand back. The Sacred Guard is investigating this incident.
Well, this is anything but calm and orderly.
And it looks like there's God's
The only way
blades
to
up there.
close a case is to begin investigating. I'd better ask around and find out what happened.
I didn't see anyone else during the cutscene of the murder. I never thought something like this would happen in our town. Who would do something like this? I never thought an incident like this would happen so close to home. But why is the Sacred Guard sealed off the area? Probably because I am cashing in my bet right now. The God's Blades have something to do with it because they really did not like Teminos. Seems like the town apothecary's been killed. How awful. I was a patient of his too.
So that's it then. Canalbrine's renowned apothecary's been killed by an unknown assailant. Could this be related to the pontiff's death?
Here for the lunch break. Heck yeah, Perkins.
You there. What are you snooping around for?
He's literally just standing at the canal.
Found me out, have you? I am merely the humble inquisitor.
Don't move a muscle, stranger. I bet you're hiding a weapon. I'll have you restrained.
He just has his walking stick.
That sounds a touch aggressive.
Stop! That's Inquisitor Teminos from the church. You needn't restrain him. I vouch for him.
A Sanctum Knight. Forgive us our haste, sir.
But not an inquisitor.
Crick, we meet again. Was this your new post in the end?
Indeed. And you're the last person I expected to see here.
What a coincidence.
Though I'm glad I did. You were nearly wrongfully imprisoned. Are you all right, Teminos? You look rather pale.
It is to my great shame that I am now indebted to you, little lamb.
You still insist on insulting me.
Nevertheless, a debt is a debt. I shall remember this.
For the worse, I should say.
To think I made my way to the same city to which you were reassigned. It must be...
The will of the gods?
Do not dare say fate, Teminos.
That the Sacred Guard and I have come to the same conclusion, is what I meant to say.
Oh, I doubt that.
This is no time for jokes, Crick.
My apologies. Do you also suspect the theologian Lucian is involved?
Among all Lucian's works, one called The Final Night casts the longest shadow.
The Final Night.
And anything with night in the title catches my eye of late.
Wasn't that a
Soon
book?
night shall fall.
Hold on. Wasn't that a book that when Oswald was in prison, there was just a random NPC that said that he was stuck between 3 books to read. And I want to say The Final Night was also one of those titles that was mentioned there. I may just be pulling out of my butt.
The verse in the note the pontiff left behind.
In myth and legend, the knight is often a metaphor for the enemy, or some other threat.
Usually.
By that logic, perhaps the pontiff meant to warn us against the threat that is Lucian.
Perhaps?
Has the Sacred Guard learned anything?
I doubt it.
No, nothing at all.
Oh dear. What useless little crows.
Do you know something we don't, Teminos?
Of course I do.
Very presumptive to call them crows.
These 2 cases share more than a bit of scripture.
Go on.
Then again, I also did accuse them.
One of the townsfolk had a most curious story for me.
Did they?
Our ill-fated apothecary met in secret with a man mere days before his murder.
I don't remember reading that.
That man was Lucian.
What?
The pontiff also met with Lucian just before he was murdered. I believe our theologian played a role in both incidents.
Perhaps.
Meaning, he is now the person of greatest interest to us.
Come one, come all. Don't miss Hermes the Dancer's next performance.
You were standing there waiting for us to finish?
You want to buy a ticket too? You can pay your respects to the goddess of the city.
Apologies, but I am otherwise occupied.
You're no fun.
You're no fun.
Hermes dances tonight. Don't miss it. Meet at the tavern.
A performance amid all this chaos. Teminos, we must question Lucian. There's not a moment to lose. He must be stopped.
Oh, we
I'm
going
not
to that
quite
dance.
So willing.
What are you waiting for? Another murder? There may well have been one already.
All available evidence points towards Lucian, but something's troubling me.
Maybe you need to watch a dance to clear your
Alas.
mind?
With no further evidence or clues at hand,
Maybe?
very well. Let us make our way to Lucian's home.
Do we have a warrant? Then again, we're not exactly a government organization, it's a church. And back then, a church had a lot of power. I love the party banter already. How's about a break, Teminos? Perhaps we can spare a moment, sure. Oh, boy! That's better. That hat. I think this is the first time I've seen you take it off. Oh, this whole thing? Pops gave it to me. And it gets mighty musty up there if I don't take it off every now and then. Ah! Huh? Something the matter? You look like a detective would just solved a mystery. The inside of your hat, it appears to have a full head of hair attached to it. Is that also your father's, or... What are you insinuating? It ain't mine! I mean, understandable, Particio. I also get very defensive if anyone close to me even insinuates that my hair might be thinning. Is that so? Then may the truth lie in your claim. Oh, man! Oh, that's so sad. But how do we get to Lucian's house? Down over here? Made sense that he'd have a house disconnected from everyone else. Oh.
Lucian, are you there?
No!
I am from the Sacred Guard. I wish to have a word with you.
Maybe not the best announcement to make.
No reply, as I've thought. Then it's come to this. We must use brute force.
What are you suggesting, Teminos?
He's suggesting.
We need the Sacred Guard's permission.
Says the man who tells me we've not a moment to lose.
Well, yes, but...
No buts.
We can beg for forgiveness later. But for the moment, I need you to give us an edge.
How dare you?
He's literally the guy who says it's better to ask for forgiveness than permission.
There's no arguing with me, is there?
Oh!
Bravo, Crick. You're learning.
You're learning. He sounded like a proud
Let's
parent.
invite ourselves in.
Oh, gods. Please forgive me.
Teminos is a cleric? He is indeed. Specifically, he is an inquisitor.
Is that...
Oh dear.
Lucian?